respected principal, medical superintendent, all teaching faculties, and my dear students. First of all, I congratulate the Department of Panchakarma for organizing such a good program, that is Elders Day celebration. It's a very rare celebration, isn't it? So we celebrate Friendship Day, we celebrate Lovers Day, we celebrate Brothers Day, Sisters Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, isn't it? But Elders Day, I'm hearing it's first time I think that celebrating the Elders Day. Need of the present era, isn't it? So congratulate the department once again, and so requesting all to give importance to the elders. So it's very important. Nowadays we are neglecting the elders. We are in our own world, so we are celebrating our life, not neglecting our senior citizens, isn't it? Okay. So according to you people, what is the, sir already said, what is the age we are considered as elder? 70 according to Kashyapa sir said then. Sushruta sir 78, huh? 60, no? So above 60 is considered as Vriddhavastha according to Sushruta, I think so. How that? And Janaka? About 70. Okay. So according to modern science, what is the age? Is considered as elder age. See, this is the age considered as elder by WHO, 65. But the Indian government says 60 is the age for Indian citizens to consider as elder, retirement age. And in some country, America, they consider 70 is the age where they consider 70 as the elder age. Okay, so difference of opinion is there in different countries. So we can say 65 and above is the age of elders. Okay, so mental health in elders. See, so what are the mental suffering they suffer because of the what are the causes for the mental health problems in the elders? That may be because of multiple health disorders due to reduced physical and mental functions, isn't it? There will be reduced physical functions, reduced mental functions. We can observe in the elders. So because of this reduced physical function, reduced mental functions, they suffer from different mental ailments, different physical ailments. Okay. So emotional disturbances also can decrease life quality of the elders. Also they suffer from the emotional disturbances. What is emotion? Anybody? What are the different emotions? All of you know, isn't it? So we call it as manobhava in Ayurveda. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Harsha, Irsha, Vishada, Bhaya. So all these are emotions. There will be disturbance in the emotions of the elders. That is also contributing factor for the elderly disorders. Okay, so it affects the quality of the life. What is the quality of life? So that is said in the last line, the standard of health, comfort and happiness experienced by an individual is called as quality of life. That is disturbed in the elders because of the mental functions, reduced physical functions. So what are the changes we can see in the elders? So different changes are observed in the elders. That may be physical changes, that may be mental changes, or that may be social changes. All of you know the different physical changes, what they suffer. So most of the elders will suffer from the different disorders like somatic disorders. What do you mean by somatic diseases? Somatic diseases. The symptoms are seen in the body, originated in the mind. That is somatic diseases. Okay. Then musculoskeletal, that will be discussed in the afternoon session. Musculoskeletal disorders, cardiovascular, metabolic, endocrine, gastrointestinal, and sensory deficit, and also cerebrovascular disorders. So many disorders, they are more prone to suffer from all these disorders, physical disorders. Then coming to the mental disorders, there may be changes in the personality, emotional disturbances, emotional changes, and transformed memory structure. That means, so there is three types of memory. immediate memory, recent memory, and past memory. Most of the elders, after 80, they will not remember what they ate in the morning. They are not able to remember what they ate in the previous night. The recent memory and immediate memory is disturbed in the elders, but they can remember the past. Long memory or the past memory they can recollect, but the recent memories or immediate memory is disturbed in the elderly patients. This is coming under mental changes and social changes. So many social changes they observe. They are like retirement. What is the retirement? Once they get retired, their mental changes happen starts. They consider them old. When they consider am old and useless, then one after another they suffer from another mental disorders. Okay. Then decrease in social status, isn't it? They may be the higher post. Once they get retired, their social status is decreased. They feel inferiority. Alright? Then social isolation, grief. This is also one of the cause for so many mental disorders like loss of spouse, brother, sister, or friends, close friends, spouse. So they suffer from the mental disorder rather than physical disorders. It's called as grief. Then moving to, so it's most common in Western countries, old age home. So now this trend is growing in India too. These are all the different changes we can see in the elders, the different physical changes, different mental changes, and different social changes. Then, so what are the different disorders they suffer in the old age? So many disorders are explained. See, 70% of the people will suffer from the disease of the eye. Pradeep sir is sitting in front of us. So Chanakya related problem is seen in more elderly patients. So in the third position, it is the psychiatric disorders. So after ENT, eye disorders and cardiovascular disorder, the third position, 42% out of 100, 42 elders may suffer from the other mental disorders. There is always a chance of suffering from the mental disorders. So which are the mental disorders? See, so many lists, we can give so many lists of the mental disorders. That may be cognitive disorders. Cognitive, right? What do you mean by cognitive? Cognition. So diseases of the thought. Okay. So there may be some problems in the thinking process. That is cognitive disorder. Anxiety disorders. Depressive disorders. So that is the topic of today's topic is depressive disorder. Sleep disorders. So very much common in the elders. That is sleep disorder. Either they suffer from the difficulty in the initiation of the sleep, or they may suffer from the difficulty in the maintenance of the sleep, or some patient may suffer from the difficulty in the early morning awakening. So they awake early. That is one of the signs of the depression. Schizophrenia, one of the major mental disorder. Somatoform disorder, substance abuse. What is this? Substance abuse. Drugs, alcohol, smoking, all this comes under the substance abuse. Parkinsonism, one of the major disorders nowadays we can see in the Indian population. Parkinsonism, post-retirement syndrome. What is this? We already discussed. We had a patient few months back in Alvas. So one lady, she was in a higher post in a multinational company. She got retired. After retirement, she was suffering from this post-retirement syndrome. She was in a higher position. She was getting respect from all the subordinates. So many male employees, they are giving respect to her every day. One day she got retired. Then she is not getting that respect. Even in the home, husband is not carrying her, son is not carrying her. This is the cause for her present ailment. So what she was getting in the duty, in her occupation, she is not getting after retirement. That's called as post-retirement syndrome. And one more is empty nest syndrome. This is commonly seen, is more seen in this coastal belt of India. So only elders are there in the home. Children, either they are out for the study, higher studies, or occupation purpose, or because of the marriage. So empty nest syndrome, that is the nest becomes empty. The children are going away from the home. It is the one of the cause for the suffering in the elders. It's called as empty nest syndrome. Okay, they may suffer from the adjustment disorders. So they have to. So elderly people, they have to stay along with the children. Okay, or grandchildren. They are having the difficulty in the adjustment disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder. So that is, so after some trauma like the loss of spouse, loss of close friends, loss of siblings, so it causes trauma. So post-traumatic stress disorder, post-menopausal syndrome commonly seen in the female at high risk of suicide. These are different mental conditions we can observe in the elderly patient. Clear? So next comes, so what are the different stresses for the different mental conditions? So many stresses are there. Can't count the last, okay? That is visible. Yes, so many stresses. So first one, we already so many times we discussed the loss of partner. The one is loss of the partner. The lack of financial support. So they don't get the proper financial support at this age. Loss of lack of financial support. Insecurity. So most commonly seen in the elders is the insecurity. Dependency, depending on others. These are one of the stresses. What do you mean by stresses? Let me know. Stresses are there. The one which causes the stress is called as stresses, isn't it? So these are the triggering factors for the mental ailments in the elders. It may be loss of partner, lack of financial support, insecurity, dependency, lack of family support, lack of care, reduced social support and reduced social interactions. We can use this so many points, so which are the stresses for the elders' mental health. Okay. So what are the causes for the depression? So today's topic is depression. So what are the different causes for the depression? So there may be causes like physical and emotional stress. So different stress is the cause for the depression. Okay. Then long-term illness. They are suffering from the long-term illness, either hypertension or uncontrolled diabetes or musculoskeletal disorders, degenerative disorders, long-term disorders. They are the one of the cause. There is no definite cause for the depression. Okay. So we don't get a definite cause for depression, or most of the mental disorders there is no definite cause. Only theories are there. This may be the cause. This may be the cause. So we are listing here some of the causes. We can say it as a causes or a triggering factors. Okay. There is no definite cause for the depression or any other mental disorders. If there is a cause, it is called as organic mental disorder. So most of the mental disorders, they are not having the cause. We are suspecting this may be the one of the cause. Okay. So change in the environment, poor diet and malnutrition. They can't digest the food, so they eat a little bit. This is also one of the cause for the depression. Medication interaction. So many times, many medications, modern medications, they are the culprit to cause the depression in the elderly patient. Clear? Then alcohol and substance abuse is also one of the cause for the depression. Then let us see depression. What do you mean by depression? So what do you know about depression? Let me know. Can you hear it? See, already Upadhyaya sir said it is an interaction session. Okay, let us discuss. Otherwise you people will sleep. What do you mean by depression? Okay, good.
He may look normal in front of others. He may look laughing. He may be normal in front of others. But inside he will be depressed. He is not caring. That kind of feeling. That is for himself.
Very good, very good. A big applause to you. There is a major mental disorder coming under major. There are major mental disorders and minor mental disorders. Okay, it is one of the major mental disorder kept under mood disorder. Okay, what do you mean by mood? One more question. We always use this word, and your mood illa, isn't it? And movie ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ mood illa, classic ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ mood illa. What do you mean by mood? is the our one of the emotional condition. Emotional state. Mood is one of the emotional state. There are two types. One is affect, another one is mood. So affect is, it is not effect. Okay, affect, A-F-F-E-C-T, affect. So that is the present mood. So what I am now, that is what is affect. And mood is our the whole life. It is the color of our whole life. So we always use this. He is always moody. So that is always same. That is what is mood. If the present emotional state is something different, that is what is affect. So how to differentiate mood and affect? So we can say music system. Okay. So if the amplifier is now, that is mood. You know the amplifier. What I speak in this mind, that is amplified in some instrument. That is amplifier. That is his mood. And the speaker is the affect. Mood cannot be, as he said, mood cannot be seen by others. Only the patient experiences it by himself. It cannot be seen by others. Okay, only affect we know. Rather than mood disorder, it is better to call as, so I don't have affect today, not mood. Hello? Correct. So depression is major public health importance in terms of its prevalence and the suffering, dysfunction, morbidity and economic burden. So many people are suffering from the depression. You know, out of 4 female, 1 is suffering from depression. You may not be knowing who your close friend is suffering from, maybe suffering from the depression. Out of 4, 1 is suffering from the depression. It is seen more in the female than male. The ratio is around 8 to 11% in male and it is up to 25% in female. Second leading disability adjusted life year. What do you mean by DALY? D-A-L-Y. How you explain it? Disability adjusted life year. That means, so that maybe our average lifespan of Indians is around 70 years, isn't it? Around 70 years. More in the female, 69.4. Male is around 66.4. Okay, average lifespan is around 70 years. If you suffer from a depression, your lifespan is reduced by year. Okay, it is second most leading disability adjusted life year. The first most is the lower respiratory tract infection. After lower respiratory tract infection, the second DALY is depression. So we should not neglect the depressed patient. Okay. And around 121 million people worldwide by the year 2020, last 2 years back, it is considered as around 121 million people are suffering from the depression, almost near to the Indian population. Alva, what is Indian population? 130 crores. Million crores same. Alva? Okay, I'm poor in the maths. Then, so half of the patients consulting with depression are not recognized. See, what they do, most of the patients, if they consider I need medication, they consult a physician rather than a psychiatrist. With the multiple physical complaints, with multiple physical symptoms, they consult a physician. Physician treats his symptoms, not the disease. Most of the time, especially the elders, note this point, especially the elders, they are having the multiple physical symptoms. It is not recognized by the doctor and also by the family members. Even the patient is not recognizing he is suffering from depression. So why they don't consult a proper doctor is maybe somatic complaints. So many physical complaints, multiple aches, pain all over the body, headache. So we can see elderly patient visiting our clinics, they complain the pain, special pain, vague pain. We cannot diagnose the pain. Where is the source of the pain? Multiple aches and reluctant to disclose. So many. This is common in India. In the villages, they don't disclose their problem with the doctors and the family members. The third one is feelings of shame or fear in our country, especially. Consulting a mental specialist, they consider themselves as a hucha or huchi. So So we don't go to consultation with a psychiatrist. In city nowadays it is changing, but in the rural areas, most of the Indians are staying in the rural areas. They don't want to consult a psychiatrist. Even the family members, they are not ready to take them to the psychiatrist. They think it is a shame to consult a psychiatrist. Correct? Less prominent depressed mood and appearance. See, this is what he said. Less prominent depression. It is not recognized by others. It is called as dysthymia. The word is dysthymia. That means mild depression, which cannot be recognized by anybody. Lifelong they are suffering from mild depression. It is called as dysthymia, which cannot be diagnosed by others, or which cannot be diagnosed by the patient himself, but he is suffering from the depression. It cannot be recognized by others, hence they don't take the treatment. One or the other day it trigger and it may lead to end up with a major depression. Clear? Then less insight of the patient. Insight andre what do you mean by insight? Last bench come front. Come. Last pause. Come here. Girls also come here. So many seats are vacant. So that I can interrogate with you freely. Come here. I don't ask questions, okay? Come. There is no examination, there is no marks. Just healthy discussions. Come friend. Very. Boys, come man. Come. What do you mean by insight? So insight is nothing but the patient is having awareness about his problems. He knows what he is suffering from. That is insight. When the patient is not able to recognize his problem, it is called as loss of insight. Mostly in the major mental disorders, the patients are not having the insight. Hence, they are not ready to take the medicines to meet the doctors. They are taken to the doctor. So I am okay. I am all right. You are the man. They will tell to the doctor himself, you are the man. So when they are having the loss of insight, they consider others all are suffering from the madness. I am okay. Okay. So that is one of the cause for the not consulting a psychiatrist. Then the diagnostic criteria for the depression, whether depression is there or not in your syllabus. Finally, is there. Kaya second paper, part B, syllabus 0.8. There is a mood disorder. Okay, there is a topic called as mood disorder. Under mood disorders, depression comes. Okay, so diagnose. How to diagnose? See, there should be minimum of 2 weeks period. The depressed mood, what he said, depressed mood. Almost the whole day they are in the depressed mood. They are not enjoying the life activities. Depressed mood, depressed activity, hopelessness, helplessness, worthlessness. Heard this? Anybody heard about this? They are having the hopeless. This is called as depressive ideas. They are thought about the depression. Thought about themselves. That is hopelessness. They think there is no hope at all. Hopeless. Helplessness, they think that I am helpless, nobody is going to help me. And worthlessness, the severe inferiority complex, worthlessness. These are the depressive ideas. If it is there for about 15 days, 2 weeks, then we can diagnose it as a depressive disorder. Less than 2 weeks, we don't diagnose it as a depressive disorder. This is according to DSM-5. DSM means Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders of American Psychiatric Association. Okay, so according to them, there are so many DS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, latest is DSM 5. Another classification is ICD. Okay, International Classification of the Disorders. In the ICD 10, it is explained mental disorders. The latest is ICD 11. So we get the literature of ICD 10. Okay, ICD 10, ICD 11. In the same way, DSM 5, they says at least 2 weeks of the depressed mood for the So it is, the word is given as pervasive change of mode. Pervasive means in all areas of the life activities. It may be regarding his job, it may be regarding his family relationship, it may be regarding the food activities, his day-to-day activities. Everything is in the depressed mode. They don't have interest at all for anything. Clear? This is called as pervasive depressed mode, manifest by either depressed or irritable mode or loss of interest or pleasure. To diagnose, so very simple. There should be 2 weeks of history. There should be 2 weeks of history. And along with this, the other symptoms like changes in the appetite. What they do? They eat less or more. Why? So there is always chance they may eat less or they may eat more. See this. In some patients they eat more. That is called as hyperphagia or hypophagia. This is also changes in the weight. There may be weight loss or weight gain for 2 weeks. Not this point. Too much weight gain or weight loss. Clear? There may be disturbed sleep or hypersomnia. They sleep the whole day. Some patients will sleep for the whole day, 24/7, or some people will not sleep. That's why depression is very tricky disorder, difficult to diagnose. Okay. Then the activity is reduced, concentration is reduced, indecisiveness, they are unable to take the decisions, energy is reduced, self-esteem, we already discussed, worthlessness, excessive guilt, motivation is lack of motivation, recurrent suicidal ideation, how to die, they think about the dying only, how I can die, suicidal ideations, suicidal thoughts. Most of the celebrities who died because of the hanging or suicide is because of depression. You know, it may be very popular Bollywood actors or Kannada actors, anybody, they committed suicide because of the depression. Many of the time, we blame others because of him, because of her, he committed suicide. Like most of the time, the cause is the depression. Always they have the suicidal thoughts. Most dangerous. We should not neglect it. Symptoms represent change from prior functioning and produce impairment. Whatever they used to enjoy before onset of the disease, they don't enjoy it. They like the sadness. They like the. This is called as malingering. Malingering means the people are enjoying the sadness. Anybody enjoys the sadness? If they enjoy the sadness, they want sadness. They like the sadness. That is called as malingering. It's especially seen in the depressive patients. You might have observed some people will be sad always. That is called as malingering. Okay? And they are unable to enjoy the pleasurable things. Some people used to like the sweets a lot, but once they diagnosed with the depression, they don't eat the sweet at all. If they like the sweet before onset of the disease, they don't like it at all. It is called as anhedonia. The word is anhedonia. Some tricky words are there in the psychiatry. So malingering is the enjoying the sadness. If they are not unable to enjoy the previously pleasurable activities, it is called as anhedonia. Is it possible to pronounce anhedonia? Anhedonia. And we have to rule out the last line. Before diagnosing depression, we have to rule out the symptoms. Maybe because of the substance abuse, symptoms may be because of the certain medications or other psychiatric illness, bereavement or medical illness. Some of the tragedy in the life, loss of the dear ones, this may be the temporary depression the person may suffer. We cannot diagnose it as a depression. Okay, we have to rule out all these things and finally we can diagnose the patient is suffering from the depression after 2 weeks. Clear? Then comes the rating scale that we do in our OPD, Alva's OPD. Before diagnosing a patient of depression, we have to identify whether it is a minor depression, moderate depression or severe depression. Then only we can plan the treatment. So we can plan the treatment after classifying the depression scale. Because we use Hamilton depression scale here, the certain questionnaires are there. We used to ask with the patient the questionnaires and we mark the marks for the questions, certain questions, and the total score, if it is less than 7, it is called as they are not suffering from the depression. they are healthy. They may be suffering from some other diseases. If the score is between 7 to 8 to 13, it is called as mild depression. It's very important to classification of the depression, mild depression. If the score is between the 14 to 18, it is called as moderate depression. Some says it is mild. And if it is score between 19 to 22, it is severe depression. If it is more than 23, very severe depression. So what are the treatment that is based on this scoring? That is set in the next slide. See, treatment of the depression. So first the treatment is psychotherapies. What do you mean by psychotherapy? See, the part counseling is the part of the psychotherapy. Okay, speech therapy. Okay, without prescribing a medicine, talking with the patient and solving his problem is a psychotherapy. That can be applied in the patients who is suffering from mild to moderate depression. If they are suffering from the mild to moderate depression, we can do the psychotherapies. The best psychotherapy is either cognitive behavior therapy that we do in our OPD or interpersonal therapy. The two is mentioned in the slide, CBT or IPT. CBT is cognitive behavior therapy. That is the changing the cognition or thought process, changing the behavior of the patient, trying to motivate them to change their behavior and also thought process. Cognitive behavior therapy, different steps are there. Okay. Another one is interpersonal therapy, how to develop the interpersonal relations with the family members. These two are the best treatment for the mild to moderate depression. If the patient is suffering from the severe depression, along with other symptoms, other conditions, then definitely they need medications. There is a misconception among the patient party and also some of the doctors. They think only psychotherapy can solve the depression. It's very difficult to treat the depression only with the psychotherapy. So only in the mild condition, moderate depression, we can try psychotherapies to treat the depression. So here, if it is severe, like non-rapid cycling bipolar disorder is a part of the anybody heard about the bipolar disorder? What it is? Bipolar therapy. So depressive phase and opposite phase, manic episode, depression and mania. One after another. A patient may suffer from the depression for a few days, few months, then normal period, then next phase he will suffer from the manic episode. That is quite opposite to the depression. Hyperactivity, more happy, irritable. Okay, that is quite opposite to the depression. That is called bipolar. Non-rapid cycling bipolar disorders is a type of bipolar disorder. Now I don't discuss it. Okay, psychotic depression. That means the patient with the depression, major depression, having the symptoms of the psychosis. That means they may be having the symptoms of hallucinations. Anybody heard about this hallucinations? What it is? False sensory perceptions. They feel the something very strongly, feel that something is here through the ears, seeing in front of them. Okay, the hallucinations, delusions. What do you mean by delusions? Delusions. Three words are there in psychiatry: hallucinations, delusions, and illusions. Okay, hallucination is the false sensory perceptions. Okay, delusions is strong false belief. Strong false belief. They strongly believe it. It is not able to convince the patient that he is what you are feeling is wrong. Strong false belief. Okay, what do you mean by illusion? That everybody knows. The seeing the rope and considering it as a snake, that is illusion. Brahmin. Kannada. Oh, Brahmin. Okay, so if they are having the psychosis like hallucinations or delusions, they need medications. Okay, then along with psychotherapy, they need medications. Not this one. Not only pharmacotherapy, not only psychotherapy will act in the depressions, it is the combination of the two, psychotherapy and pharmacotherapy. Then, so which are the agents? See, so many agents, no need of discussion about it. So the different agents are prescribed to the patient suffering from the depression. So goal of these drugs are acting on the neurotransmitters. Okay, what do you mean by neurotransmitters? Neurotransmitters chemical messengers. So you know hormones. If it is there in the other part of the body, it is called as hormone. The same hormones, if it is there in the brain, it is called as neurotransmitters. That's all. These we have explained three group of drugs here. All are active on three neurotransmitters. The patients with the depression will have the diminution of the three neurotransmitters, that is serotonin. Heard about it? Dopamine, noradrenaline. These three group of drugs or any group of antidepressants, they act on these three neurotransmitters. Permutation and combination. That's all. Tricyclic antidepressants are the oldest antidepressants. The first group, first invented with having many adverse effects. So nowadays, newly psychiatrists, new psychiatrists will not prescribe the tricyclic antidepressants. It's old antidepressant. Okay. And after that, the next generation of the antidepressants are MAO, that is monoamino oxidase inhibitors. That also acts on these three neurotransmitters. And the last one is very specific. Nowadays, the most popular antidepressant is SSRI, that is selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. Only acts on serotonin. That is one of the main neurotransmitter which is needed in the treatment of the depression. Okay. So this is the agents, different agents, and how to act, how to give so many, the hundreds of drugs are the antidepressants. How to give, how to prescribe, that depends on the doctor's idea. We have to think about other comorbidities, whether they are suffering with the hypertension, diabetes, other disorders. By judging it, then they will prescribe the antidepressants which is suitable for the patient. No need to discuss much about it. Okay. Then treatment guidelines. See, titrate agent, that means that the antidepressants are prescribed in the smaller dosage initially, smaller dosage till the therapeutic dosage. Till to reach the therapeutic dosage, it is prescribed in the smaller dosage. They gradually increase the dosage in the gap of 1 to 6 weeks. Not this point. Antidepressants takes time to act. That's why patients are changing doctors frequently. They think this doctor's medicine is not working and they change to another doctor. Because all the antidepressants, it takes time minimum 4 to 6 weeks to act on the depression. Okay, so then the treatment is 4 to 9 months. So it should be after completion of the symptoms, revision of the symptoms, the treatment should be continued at least for the 4 to 9 months. They should not stop the medications. Okay, if there is a relapse, they have to take it for the lifelong. Antidepressants, they have to take it for the lifelong. If there is a history of relapse of the depression, once again after stopping the medication. This is the treatment guidelines and how to stop the antidepressants. As we Ayurveda doctors, we should know how to stop antidepressants. If a patient comes with a medication, antidepressant, we should not stop it immediately. Note this point, very important. So tomorrow you people are becoming a doctor and practicing, you may get some patients with a prescription of antidepressants or any antipsychotics or any anxiolytics, any psychotropic drugs. All these are called as psychotropic drugs. If they come with a prescription of psychotropic drugs, we should not stop it immediately. Note this point, very important. If you stop the psychotropic drugs immediately, the symptoms of the patient will be aggravated like anything. It cannot be managed by easily, and psychiatrist will scold you. Okay, there is a rule to stop the medication. There is a method to stop medication. See, in the 4 to 4 weeks, we can stop only 1/4 of the medicines. If the patient is taking 10 milligram of tablet, after 4 weeks of Ayurveda medicines, our medication we can reduce to the 7.5 milligram. After another 4 weeks, we can reduce it to the 5 milligram. Another 4 weeks, 2.5 milligram. Like that. In a span of 3 to 4 months, we can reduce and taper the medicines and stop the antidepressants. We should not stop it immediately. It will lead to so many complications. Okay. Once you taper the medicines, the patient may exhibit some of the symptoms of the depression. Then, what is the treatment? So, reassure and monitor. If there is no major symptoms, only minor symptoms, reassure the patient and monitor along with the Ayurveda medications. If there is symptoms of relapse, then what to do? Consider reintroducing the original antidepressant or some other drugs As we are Ayurvedic doctors, we cannot prescribe the antidepressants. What to do? Refer back to the psychiatrist. If there is a aggravation of the symptoms, refer back to. Have a good relationship with a modern psychiatrist. It's very important. Otherwise, they will blame you, also support the patient. Always we should have a good rapport with the modern psychiatrist. Okay? Then, what is the Ayurveda diagnosis for the depression? Anybody? Take a big review. Already 10:45. What do you diagnose depression? Vishada. Then, some diagnosis depression as Vishada. Some says it is Kapajavurmada. Some says it is Chittodvega. So many, there is a difference of opinion, but we cannot, idamittam anta, so we cannot diagnose a depression as Ayurvedic disorders. By seeing the, observing the symptoms of the patient, we can make a diagnosis according to the dosha prabhava. Okay? So the different causes for the depressions are, some of the Prakriti plays a role, like Kauja Prakriti, Vataja Prakriti, Tamasa Sattva, Rajas Sattva, idella gottuttundi. All of you know. Then Sattva, Apara Sattva people always prone to suffer from the depression, and Aharaja, like Tamasika Ahara, Vata Kapha Pradhana Ahara, and Adhyashana. What is Adhyashana? Then Viharaja, lack of exercise, day sleep, wrathfulness, fearfulness, hatefulness. So always having the emotional disturbances, always suffering. Alva? Then secondary medical conditions like Vata Jajura, Pakshagata, Madhumeha. So these are all some of the conditions which may lead to depression in the patient. Arbuda. And Manasika Karana, like we already discussed, loss of beloved one, financial loss or social loss. Okay. Then see. So if the person is always suffering from these, what it is called as emotions, bad emotions. So suffering from the fear occasionally is good. Suffering from the angerness occasionally is good. But always having the angerness, it may end up with some other complications. Alva? Sushritacharya said all these are because of the either Ichcha or Dvesha. Ichcha or Dvesha. That is either because of the desire or because of the hatredness. Charakacharya said all these are because of the Prajnaprana. What is Prajnaprana? So there will be Vibramsha of the Deed, Rati and Smati. So after Deed, Rati, Vibramsha, Smati, Vibramsha, the person will suffer from the depression. I don't consider depression as a Vishada or Apajavurmada or any other disease. So we consider it as depression itself. Okay? Easy to diagnose. So what happens? Samprapti, this built Samprapti, we don't get this Samprapti in the textbook. Okay? So there will be, if there is a Devibramsha, impaired intellectual resulting in indecisiveness, improper perception and inappropriate thoughts. Devibramsha leads to these symptoms. Okay? Grati Vibramsha leads to impaired patience, lack of self-control, excessive indulgence and allurements. Allurements is temptation to substance abuse or maybe any other bad habits. There is a temptation always. That is because of the Grati Vibramsha. And Smriti Vibramsha leads to poor recall of the memory. This is built Samprapti of the depression. Then comes the different types. We can say there may be Nija depression and Agantuja depression. Okay, what is Nija depression? If there is a cause, it is called as Nija depression. If there is no cause, we already discussed, isn't it? Most of the mental disorders there is no cause. We cannot say this is the cause for the depression. Then we can diagnose it as Agantuja depression. Nija depression and Agantuja depression. Then based on the dosha predominant symptoms of the patient, so Vataja, Pittaja, Kaphaja, Sannipadaja, we can keep depression, Vataja depression, Pittaja depression, Kaphaja depression and Sannipadaja depression, and Manasika, Tamo Pradhana depression or Raja Pradhana depression. This is important for the treatment. Today's topic is treatment. Only 10 minutes left. I finished. Okay. Then, so if there is Vata predominant, what symptoms we can see? If there is Pitta predominant, what symptoms we can see? If there is a Kapha predominant, what symptoms we can see? That is explained in this slide. See, if there is a patient is having anxiety along with depression, Note this point. Always depressive patients are having generalized anxiety disorder. They correlated. Or these two disorders are always correlated. If there is more symptoms of anxiety, phobia, fear, insomnia, then we can say the patient is having vata predominant depression. If there is more angerness, then we can say the patient is having the pitta predominant depression. More dullness, sleeping always, not taking the food, okay, then we can diagnose it as a kapha pradhan depression. This is not important, just for the knowledge sake. Then comes the treatment. So there are three chikitsa told in Ayurveda: Daiva Vipashaya, Yukti Vipashaya, Sattva Chikitsa. Okay, we can adopt all these three treatment in the treatment of depression. Where Daiva Vipashaya is advised? Chakrapani Acharya says, Daivam Adrashtam Tat Vipashayam. Daivam Adrashtam Tat Vipashayam. That means where there is no cause, we cannot identify what is the cause. In modern it is simply said as idiopathic. Get word. Idiopathic is where there is no definite cause. We don't know what is the cause for the depression, then we can diagnose it as a because of the Daiva. Daivam Adrashtam. Then the treatment is Daiva Vipashaya. If the cause is known, that is the treatment is Punar Ahara Aushadha Dravyana Yojana. So Ahara Aushadha Dravya Yojana is called as Yukti Vipashaya Chikitsa. And the last one is Sattva Chikitsa, that is Punarahitebhyo Attebhyo Manonigraha. So that is Nigraha of the manas from the Ahita Indriya Artha, Ahita Mano Artha. We can adopt Sattva Chikitsa. Already we discussed cognitive behavior therapy and interpersonal therapy as psychotherapies. Sattva Chikitsa is nothing but Ayurveda psychotherapy. This can be adopted in the along with the Daiva Vipashaya Chikitsa, along with Yukti Vipashaya Chikitsa. Clear? So what Daiva Vipashaya Chikitsa? So in another classification of the treatment, in the treatment of the depression is either Ahara, Vihara, Achara and Aushadhi. Above, before what we said about Trivida Chikitsa, that can be kept under this broad heading also. Ahara, Vihara, Achara and Aushadhi. Then difference between the Daiva Vipashaya and Yukti Vipashaya Chikitsa. Whenever the cause is not known, you go for the Daiva Vipashaya Chikitsa. Whenever the cause is not known and doshik pattern is known, the treatment is Yukti Vipashaya Chikitsa. Daiva Vipashaya Chikitsa is considered as Vyadhi Pratyanika Chikitsa, whereas Yukti Vipashaya Chikitsa is considered as Dosha Pratyanika Chikitsa. Clear? So what are the Daiva Vipashaya Chikitsa? There are 14 types set in the Sushruta, Charaka Nidana Sthana, 7th chapter, Unmada Nidana. Daiva Vipashaya, Mantra, Aushadha, Mani, Mangala, Bali, Upahara, so many 14 varieties are set. We can adopt anything. What I do in the management of the depression or any other mental disorders, Daiva Vipashaya Chikitsa is surrendering to the God. We advise to the patient to surrender to the God. Whenever there is a emotional, hidden emotions which cannot be explained with others, so many are there. If you say with a friend, they will listen to you 1 day or 2 days. Third time, if you say I am suffering from depression, they will laugh, alva, or they will mock, or they will scold. If you say the parents, you can say with the mother, at least mother. The only one we can believe is mother nowadays. Other people will not ready to listen to us, our problems. There is only one solution: is speak with the God. We advise to our patients to speak with the God every night before sleep. Whatever emotions you have, whatever pain you have, whatever suffering you have, express with the God what you believe. So your God, I say to my patients, your God. So whoever he may be, believe in him, dedicate all your thought, all your deeds, all your words every day before sleep, just for your mental relaxation. Just for mental relaxation, speak with the God wholeheartedly. Not scolding the God, okay? Wholeheartedly speak with the God with the tears. We advise so many patients gets benefit because of this Daiva Vipashaya Chikitsa. If they are having a lot of money, if there is a chance, they can do Homa, Havana, everything. The simple Daiva Vipashaya Chikitsa we adopt is the dedicating ourselves to the God every day before sleep. Then the Yukti Vipashaya, all of you, there is Antar Parimarjana, Bahir Parimarjana, Shastra Pranidhana and Panchakarma Chikitsa comes under Nityapashaya. We cannot adopt all the Panchakarma procedures on the elders. Today's topic is elderly depression. The only one Panchakarma we can adopt is Nasya Chikitsa. The best treatment is Nasya Chikitsa. Sir is sitting in front of us. So what Nasya that we will see, it is as a stimulant. See, all the antidepressants, they act as a stimulant. Stimulant andre mood elevator. Coffee is a stimulant. You know, tea is a stimulant. We drink tea 10 times for exam. Why? We should not get the sleep in before night. Before exam. Hello? So it is a stimulant. In the same way, Nasya is a stimulant. What Nasya we will discuss later. Then Shodhana, that it is not possible to put these Shodhanas in the elderly patient. Only Sadhya Virechana we can do. Okay, Sadhya Virechana or Nitya Virechana or with the mild laxatives like Avipatikara Churna or Eranda Taila or Trivutleha, give in the small dosage in the elderly patient. That can be done, but major Kramavat Virechana is not possible in the elderly patients with the depression. And Basti, we don't adopt the Nirubha Basti here, only Matra Basti. Minimum dosage of 30 ml of the Matra Basti every day, long time, longer duration you can give with the patient suffering from the depression. Now we have a patient in a ward suffering from the Alzheimer's disease. He has been given Marnana Tela Matra Basti 30 ml every day. Today is the 25th day. Marked result in the patient. In the same way, if the patient is having the depressions, more Kapapita Pradhana Lakshanas, then some suitable Taila you take and give the Matra Basti smaller dosage continuously for about 30 days. What about that, 30 days? So it can be given. Okay? If there is no Ama Lakshana, if there is no other complications, then definitely Matra Basti can be given for the longer duration. Then the best treatment in the treatment of the depression is Nasya. What Nasya we can adopt is the best is the Pradhamana Nasya. What do you mean by Pradhamana Nasya? Pradhamana Nasya? Churna Nasya. Blowing the some churna, we use Vaja churna. Tikshna, Kadu Virya, Kadu Rasavikta, Vaja churna is used in our OPD for the treatment of depression. Vaja churna. In the dosage, 1 muchiti to 3 muchiti. Muchiti is pinch alone. So pinch dosage. Very dramatic result we can see in the patient suffering from Kaphaja Unmana or depression with more Kapha predominant depressions. It is a stimulant we already discussed. Okay, so Vachachurana is used. Then Marshanasya, we commonly use, even elderly, we safely use Panchagavya Grata for the Marshanasya. Panchagavya or Kalyanika Grata, even sometimes you can use the Anutaila or Shadbindu Taila in the treatment of the depression. Okay, then the another is Sakradhara, very much beneficial. The patient is suffering from the depression along with other symptoms like insomnia, irritability, anxiety. In these symptoms, Sakradhara is wonderful. We use either Amalaki Sakradhara or if there is more symptoms of insomnia, I use Jadavamsi Sakradhara. Jadavamsi is used. Okay, so what is the action of the Sakradhara? See, there will be passive diffusion. The outermost layer of the epidermis is the very highest skin permeability is seen in the scalp skin. That is, outermost epidermis is called by name stratum corneum. Okay, so everything is poured over the forehead, that is absorbed. Passive diffusion is seen. Then acts on this Sakradhara acts on. So many physical effects we can see. The patient feels relaxed. General debility is reduced. He feels he gets the good sleep, and vascular effect like vasodilatation is there. Vasodilatation is the dilatation of the vessels is observed. This study is already done on the Sakradhara and also acts on the central nervous system, and so it reduces the anxiety along with other drugs. Note this point. Only Sakradhara will not act in the patient suffering from the depression. So Sakradhara is administered along with the oral medication and other treatments. So it reduces the anxiety. It has the capacity to reduce the depression also. It is works as a MOI, that is MAO, that is nothing but monoamine oxidase inhibitor. We already discussed. The same result we can get from the Sakradhara. Then effect on autonomic nervous system. Also there are so many varmas are there in the forehead areas. So acts or it is stimulates the marma. Also one chakra is, that is Ajna chakra or Agneya chakra, that is also acts on the Ajna chakra. So this is the benefit of the Takradhara. It is proven by so many research works in the PG level. Then other treatment is Shiromardana, rarely done. We don't do in our hospital, but it is done in Hasana. SDM Hasana. They do Shiromardana by using Sarpagandha, Brahmi and Jadamamsi, used as a Churna Pindasvara. It's used like a Churna Pindasvara. The drugs, dry drugs are taken in a cloth piece and then the Mardana over the skull. The first patient suffering from the depression. We have to do it in our hospital. Then other is Dupana, wonderful in the depression. Either Haridra Dupana or Katphala Churna is used for the Dupana purpose. All are stimulant, note this point. The drugs, modern drugs acts as a stimulant, acts on neurotransmitters. Same benefit we can get very beneficially through Ayurvedic treatment like Takradhara, Shirodhara, Dupana, Nasya. Shirodhara we use, we discussed about only Takradhara. If the more Vata predominant, go for the Tailadhara. We use either Himasagara Taila or Kshiravara Taila. If it is Pitta Pradhana, we use Brahmi Taila. If it is Kapha Pradhana, then usually we use the Takradhara itself. Okay. So if the patient is poor, not affordable for this Taila, we need at least 2 liters of the Taila from the Dhara, isn't it? Then we mix 100 ml of the Brahmi Taila or Himasagara Taila along with the coconut oil or Tila Taila. Then do the Shirodhara. We get the benefit with this also. Okay. Then the single drugs, so many single drugs which is having the action as that of the antidepressants. So many drugs, see the Estimadu, Haridra, Shatavari, Amalaki, Brahmi, Tulasi, Ashwagandha, Guduchi, Shunti, Lajjalu, Lashana, Palandu, Jadavamsi, Draksha. So all these drugs are having their own effects. Very good effect on the patients suffering from the depression. Selection of drugs, selection of proper dose is very important. Clear? So I use one more drug, that is Panchakolapanta. It is not mentioned in this slide. So I use usually to the patient suffering from the depression with Panchakolapanta. It is Kaphanashaka, it is Agnivardhaka. Patient feels lightness within 7 days. If they take the Panchakolapanta 100 ml TAD after food, Panta preparation, along with other medications, wonderful result in the depression. They ask for the Panchakolapanta in the next consult, next visit. They continue it for the longer duration. They like it. When the digestion is proper, they are away from the symptoms almost. Then the different compound drugs we use in our OPDs. So either Manasa Mitravati, when Manasa Mitravati is needed, it is not useful in all conditions. Note this point. Manasa Mitravati is used in the patient suffering from the insomnia, anxiety, Vata Pitta Pradhana symptoms. Okay. And if there is more Kapha predominant, I use Nadi Sakara. It is Kapha Vata Shamaka. So very good drugs that is indicated only in Apasmara. Only one indication for Spatisagara is Apasmara, told by Yoga Ratnakara. You don't get Spatisagara reference in anywhere else. Said in Yoga Ratnakara, indication is Apasmara. Ingredients, it contains Parada, Paradala, Manashila, Tamrapasma. Bhavana is given with 21 Bhavana with Brahmi Sarasa, 21 Bhavana with Kushta Kashaya, 21 Bhavana with Vacha Kashaya. And 1 Bhavana with Jyotishpati Taila. Jyotishpati Taila is a very good Kapha Vata Shama. If the more Kapha predominant depression is there, go for the Spati Sagrasa. If there is more predominance of Vata and Pitta, then go for Manasa Mitravati. Okay. Along with it, my preparer, I already prescribe a Grata along with the Rasaushari. If there is more Vata and Pitta predominance, go for the Kalyanaka Grata or Maha Kalyanaka Grata. More Kapha symptoms, go for the Panchagaudiya Grata. More Pitta symptoms, go for Brahmi Grata. Those according to the cost of the patient and condition of the patient. Always prescribe a Grata. The elderly patient, they like the Grata along with milk. Okay, our acharyas, the Brahatri is set only Gratas in the management of the Ummah. Note this point. We don't get Rasaushis in the Brahatri. That is set to later era. Bhava Prakasha, Yoga Ratnakara, all these authors. Okay, Grata is wonderful along with the Rasaushiri. Then the Tridosha Shamak is Saraswata Vishta. It is used as a Medya. If you prescribe Saraswata Vishta along with the gold, wonderful result. If there is more neurological symptoms, somatic symptoms, go for the ashwagandha rest. These are some of the compound drugs we use in the treatment of the depressions, both in elder and also younger generation. And if there is psychotic symptoms like we already discussed, hallucinations, delusions, or a loss of insight, then we use either Unmada Gajankeshwari Rasa or Unmada Gajankusha Rasa, said in Charaka Samhita. Then Sattvavajaya Chikitsa. We already discussed about Sattvavajaya Chikitsa, how the setting should be like this only. Either in front of the, we should sit in front of the patient or by the side. There should not be disturbance of other students or anybody else or the family members between the doctor and the patient. This is a setting, the first setting or the second setting. And the first one is for the group therapy. If the 4-5 patients are kept together and done the group therapy, for that setting is needed. And Sattvavajaya, so we already discussed Punar Ahitebhyo Artebhyo Manonigraha. Ahita Artha, Adyoga, Vidya Yoga or Hina Yoga of the Indriya Artha or Mano Artha. That is the cause for the most of the mental disorders. Yoga, Vidya Yoga, and Hina Yoga. Indriya Indriya Artha. Which are the Indriya Artha? Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, isn't it? And Mano Artha? Chintyam, Vicharyam, Guhyam, Deyam, Sikalpam, Keliga, Pashtyatyams, Madantanyana. So these are the Manovirta. Adi Yoga or Vidya Yoga or Hina Yoga of these Artha leads to so many mental disorders. Controlling this Adi or Vidya or Hina Yoga by adopting Sattvavajaya Chikitsa. Okay, how to adopt the Sattvavajaya Chikitsa? There are different steps set in Samhita. Charaka said, Mano, Doshoshadambaram set by Ashtanga Hridayas, Didhrati, Vairali, Atmadi Vijnanam. Jnana Vijnana Dairyasvari Samadhihi, Manodoshoshadambaram. So we are applying the either Jnana therapy, Vijnana therapy, Dairya therapy, Smriti therapy, and Samadhi therapy. These are all coming under the Sattvavajaya Chikitsa. If the patient suffering from the depression, we adopt Smriti therapy. What is Smriti therapy? The recollection of the past. Okay, Jnana therapy is Jnana, Adhyatma Jnana. So, if the patient is having the lack of self-confidence, then you can adopt Jnana therapy, Atma Jnana, giving the Atma Jnana to the patient. If the patient is lack of knowledge about the disease, then Vijnana therapy, Vijnana, Shastra Jnana. Dhairyam Anandati Chetasa, that means the maintaining the mental equilibrium even in the stressful situations. Stress management techniques are told to the patient to manage the stress. Smriti, Smarana, Rashdashada, Anubhuta, Smarana, Smriti. Okay, so past experiences, recollecting the past experience, because the patient with the depression, they will not involve in the past pleasurable activities. Remembering it, recollecting it, and motivating them to involve in the past pleasurable activities. That is Smriti Chikitsa. Anubhutatma Smarana. And the Samadhi therapy, that is Vishayebhyo Nivritya Atmane Manaso Niyamana. That is the withdrawing mind from the Vishayas and the concentrating on the Atma. That is not possible to the patients, not this part. If they are coming out of the symptoms, they are able to come out of the symptoms of depression, then to prevent the further episodes, we can adopt the Samadhi therapy. It's a preventive episode. Okay? Then other therapies set in Ayurveda as a psychotherapy are like Sadvrata, Manonigraha, Naistiki Chikitsa. Anybody heard about Naistiki Chikitsa? Upadahi, Naistiki. Isn't it? Naistiki Chikitsa and Ashwasana Chikitsa, Manokshopana Chikitsa, Samadhi Chikitsa, different techniques set in Ayurveda. Then depression, let us stop. This is the theme of the World Health Day 2017. World Health Day, when it is celebrated? You know the Elders Day, October 1st. When World Health Day is celebrated? April 7th. Okay, every year April 7th World Health Day is celebrated. 2017, the theme of the World Health Day is depression, let us stop. See, even the WHO has given the importance to the depression. Most of the time, patients are suffering from the depression because they don't have anybody to talk. Elderly people especially, they suffer from the depression because nobody is there to talk with them. Hello? So once they become retired, they sit in the home alone, they don't have anybody to talk. Children, they have their own work, grandchildren playing with their own friends, nobody is there to speak with them. That's why we recommend our patient, especially elderly patients, to speak with their old friends. Initiate, motivate them to speak with their old friends. So Smriti therapy we are adapting. They are having the chat or the call to their friends. They used to call before onset of the disease. Once there is onset of the depression, they stop talking with others. We motivate them to speak with others. Those elders, retired person who are involving in the social activities, mingling with the friends, they will be cheerful till the end of their life. So my father is 82-year-old. Still he does the walking. He goes to the functions, attends all the family functions. Because of him, I have not attended any function. He takes the responsibility of me till now. My one more relative, he is also 82-year-old. My wife's uncle, retired principal of a junior college. He was the secretary for the Lions last year. How active he is now? Lions Club secretary at the age of 81 years. One of my relatives is around 75. Still he is working. After retirement, he was a manager in the Vijay Bank. After retirement, he comes to Mangalore from Barpur. So around 85 kilometers every day. Gets up early morning, starts from the home at around 6 o'clock, reaches the college. He is working here in Mangalore in the Moti Mahal Hotel Management College. He is the administrator there. He is 76-year-old. If they are active in their elderly age, they don't suffer from the depression. Once they consider I am old, they will suffer. They should talk with others. We motivate our patients to talk with their old friends. Call them and speak. Call your children and speak. Call your old friends and speak. Go to the friend circle and speak. Mingle with the society. Be active in the clubs like Rotary Club, Lions Club, Rotary Lions, like international clubs are there. If they are active till last day, they don't suffer from the depression. Depression, let us talk. Okay. Then the exercise and depression. In the old age, they can't do much bigger exercises, but it's very much important to at least walking, brisk walking in the morning, evening. We recommend to each and every patient suffering from the depression. If they are younger age, we recommend them to go to jogging, skipping, or go to ground and play the cricket, shuttle, anything. But the older age, they can do walking. At least 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening. Because if they do the walking, there will be some pain to the body, or exercise, there will be some pain to the body, some sweating will be there, isn't it? If there is a sweating, it releases the endorphins, the happy hormones. It's very much, it releases the serotonin, dopamine, noradrenaline. What the antidepressants does, that can be achieved through the walking or the exercises. Very much essential. So all these are kept under Sattva-Avadej, okay? Exercise, talking, all these are kept under Sattva-Avadej. So good for the sleep, reduces pain, increases the endorphins, improves the self-esteem. And different yogasanas, if they are able to practice yogasanas, different yogasanas, and we recommend to practice the pranayama. The elderly patients, definitely they can do the pranayamas. If there is more kapha predominant, we recommend either Kapalabhati, Brahmari pranayama. If there is more vata predominant, go for the Anuloma Viloma, Nadi Shuddhi pranayama, Brahmari pranayama, Shitali pranayama, Shitkari pranayama, in the Pitta Pradhana. Okay, different pranayamas are there. Then Patya, all of you know about this Patya, already read in Swasthavatta, isn't it? No need of explanations. And the last, that is ABCD and 1, 2, 3, 4 techniques for the depressive patients in the elderly or even in the younger patients. What is to prevent depression and suicide prevention? That is ABCDs. So A is away from distraction. Which is distraction? Mobile phone. The most distraction is to the mobile phone, isn't it? So we recommend to keep mobile phone away at least 1 hour prior to sleep to the patients with the depression or any mental disorders. Or screen, TV, they should keep away at least 1 hour prior to sleep so that they can get the good sleep. Okay? And better planning, prioritize. B is for the be organized. So whatever they do, morning get up, this time, night sleep, go to the bed. In this time, between what to do, they should have their own timetable and work according to. Be organized. Be organized. Okay. See, the cheerful always. If they are cheerful always, they don't suffer from any mental disorder, not only depression. So do the works, whatever they do with love and dedication, definitely they will be cheerful. And daily exercise that we already discussed. And what is 1, 2, 3, 4? 4 is 4 times relaxation. We recommend at least 5 minutes of deep breathing, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. 5 minutes of deep breathing. Or any relaxation, shavasana, quick relaxation, deep relaxation, anything can be done. Okay. 3 times daily food, most important for the morning breakfast. Then 2 times prayer. Okay, it's very much for the mental peace. Then 1 recreational activity. Any recreational activity. It may be social activity or any hobbies. They will be having, each and everybody is having one or the other hobbies, isn't it? Involving in their hobbies at least once in a day is very much essential for the peaceful mind. Okay, A, B, C, D and 4, 3, 2, 1. And when to refer to specialist? So we can refer the patient to specialist. We should know, as a doctor, we should know how to refer, when to refer. Whenever there is severe depression in adults, suicidal ideation attempts, comorbid physical and psychiatric diseases, treatment-resistant depression, all these conditions, we should refer the patient to the higher centers. We cannot treat the depression alone by Ayurvedic medications. Okay? And conclusion, so depression can be treated by these methods. So Murda Taila, that is, the 4 types are there, Abhyanga, Seka, Dara and Piju, isn't it? Then Nasya, Dupana. The drugs, best drugs for the depression are Jyotishpati, Jadamamsi, Panchakavyamrata, Manasamitravati, Spati Sakarasa, and supportive psychotherapy, lifestyle modification and motivation. By this, I thank the organizers for giving me a chance, and if any questions you can ask. If there is any doubt, you can ask.